SOE-GBT Clacc, man, and I'm back with another reaction video. It's Reactions TV. Hey, man, if you watching my video, man, at least subscribe to it, man, even if you don't like my shit, bro. Shit, but think about it. Y'all jumping back and forth on my shit. Anytime I post, y'all jumping on it to look at my shit, so might as well subscribe, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ain't even subscribed that y'all just keep watching my videos though. Go ahead and subscribe to it. Fuck with it, for real. But we're gonna get into the video though.
Nobody wins when the family feels
like it with me. Trobo weight almost done my city. He said them niggas is been in the hood, so I jumped on my bed and I picked up my blick. They already know how a nigga spin. They already know what a nigga did, but I'ma bend it back so they don't forget. 10 shots blowed off the rip. Free Nino, nigga, that's my crib. Free Hunch, Brody, he legit. Nigga, free Skull, they know how we get.
Cell phone video exclusive to NBC Boston showing one of the two victims of the deadly Dorchester barbershop double shooting on Monday afternoon on the ground bleeding, talking on his cell phone. We stopped the video right before showing the other man who died.
I'm mad.
With tears in his eyes, this man tells us his grandson is the man who was killed.
You look at him, you wouldn't be scared of him. Too light to fight. Look at him, look like a baby in the face. Hey, what comes around, goes around. And that's life.
Within the last 48 hours of me doing this video, a 32-year-old man from Boston has been arrested for taking the life of a 20-year-old drill rapper from Boston who was gunned down broad daylight while inside the barbershop on camera, getting the lineup. Now, after doing my research, you'll later find out that the victim more than likely didn't even know his killer. And the age difference alone and the facts that I later present, we're talking about a man who was only home for 7 months before doing this murder, stopped by police 2.5 hours before committing this crime. A man who did 8 years by the feds after they picked up his state case. And if the victim, who we'll later discuss, was only 20 years old when he lost his life 8 years ago, he was 12, going on 13. And if the suspect is 32, 8 years ago, he was 24. Today we go over their story, while paying respects to the victim, going over the details of the suspect, his past dealings with law enforcement, and where we stand today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Fam, meet Ricardo Clooney, 20 years old, known for his rap stage name in Boston as E3. He was a local drill rapper. According to his mom, he's from Dorchester. According to his music, he repped Dorchester in Boston, /400. Shout out to BSN_New England. I was able to find out the victim and the suspect's neighborhood from over there. Now, E3 had tracks like 400 with over 138,000 views and counting, released last year, where you could catch him dissing the dead, holding up firearms, and repping his neighborhood.
Came to be from my hub, but niggas ain't never did a thing to it. Ain't never come bang on no floor, niggas suck my like they call my phone like you like it with me. Trobo weight almost done my city. He said them niggas is been in the hood, so I jumped on my bed and I picked up my blick.
But that would play a huge part on how he lost his life. On September the 2nd, 2024, E3 decided to go into exclusive barbershop on 184 Washington Street at around 12:55 p.m. It was broad daylight. Customers was also waiting to get a haircut. Suddenly a man walks in, asks the barber how many he has and how long. He proceeds to walk out. A short time later, this same man will walk into the barbershop and open fire on E3 and another man who was never identified. E3 was shot in the face. He lost his life shortly after. May he rest in peace, and love and condolences to his family. The other victim who was shot, he later survived, thank God.
For the person who opened fire inside a barbershop in Dorchester earlier today, 2 of the men here were shot. 1 of them died. NBC 10 Boston's Darren Patello got exclusive video from the moments after the gun went off. He also spoke with a man who says he's related to the victim.
We're gonna get back in there. It did me wrong.
Skinny, he wasn't threatening. You look at him, you wouldn't be.
Inside the shop around 1 o'clock when the shots were fired. After emergency responders got to the scene, the two men were
I don't know what just happened, bro. My fault. I really don't even know what just happened. The Xfinity shit popped up and disconnected my shit.
taken to the hospital where that one man died.
He was a good kid. Skinny, he wasn't threatening. You look at him, you wouldn't be scared of him. Too light to fight. Look at him, look like a baby in the face.
Police shut down this section of the street in front of the barbershop for several hours as investigators were combing the scene for evidence. You could see multiple green evidence markers on the street, with neighbors watching for behind yellow and red crime scene tape. With one of the shooting victims still recovering in the hospital, police tell us they're looking for the shooter now at large. Family of the man who died with a message for whoever pulled the trigger.
Hey, what comes around goes around. And that's life.
Boston police are not releasing the names of both the victims. Also, that second victim still in the hospital is expected to be okay. Boston police also add they do say that this shooting looks like it was not random. In Dorchester tonight, Darren Botello, NBC 10 Boston.
Now, the location of this barbershop is key to where the alleged suspect is from. Now, as crazy as this crime was, what if I told you the alleged suspect was on probation? What if I told you that the alleged suspect was only home for 7 months? What if I told you the alleged suspect just did 8 years in the feds? Well, all that is true, and still, it wouldn't go for a little over a month until Boston PD would make an arrest. Diamond Jose Bruto, 32 years old, also known as D9. Now, D9 is from Orchard Park.
Orchard Park as a human body. This gym is the heart. And now this gym is closed, so the body's dead, and that's where all the violence and the frustration of the teens is coming from. We could go over to the gym, we could play sports, we could play pool, we could go swim, we could go on trips, and we could eat dinner there. And we'd go home, it didn't matter whether there was dinner on the table because we had already ate. You know, you do your homework, go to bed, and go to school the next day. Whereas now, if you don't eat at the gym and you don't eat at home, then you got to find a way to get a meal.
And what do you end up doing?
You end up selling crack, because that's available. Get your money, go to some shop, get your sub or whatever for the night. You either go home or go out there and make extra money for tomorrow.
Now, D9 had a criminal record dating back to his teens. He was convicted of kidnapping and armed robbery in Norfolk County in 2013, according to federal court filings. And he was on probation for his 2013 federal offense. But then in 2016, 12 were charged with selling drugs in and around Orchard Garden Housing Development in Boston. One of those 12 men was D9. Shout out to BSN_New England for this picture. But then I had to do more research myself and go into Pacer to check the details, because apparently D9 had accepted a plea. In November of 2016, a part of his plea, one count he pled to, was an incident that took place on November 23rd, 2015, where the defendant knowingly distributed C-base and Schedule II controlled substance. The second count was the same charge from an incident that took place on December 2nd, 2015. The third count was an incident that took place on December 29th, 2015, just 4 days after Christmas, where the defendant, who had previously been convicted of a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year, did knowingly possess in and affecting commerce 3 firearms, a .380, a .40 cal, and a Taurus. And on count 4, D9 admit that on January 5th, 2016, he had 2 firearms in his possession as a convicted felon, a 9 and a revolver. And the last count was count 5. On that same day, January 5th, 2016, he admitted to selling C. In return, he agreed to be incarcerated for 8 years, 96 months. Of course, pay court fines and supervised release for a period of 4 years, which is when he came home, February of 2024. But check this out, fam. As we said at the very beginning of this video, D9 was stopped by police 2.5 hours before allegedly going into that barbershop and shoot E3, only 7 months later since being released from the feds.
Now to an NBC 10 Boston exclusive. The family of a man shot and killed at a Dorchester barbershop is speaking out. They're speaking only to our team here at NBC 10 as the man charged in connection with that shooting.
He's got the feds. And they got the feds 7 months and he ain't never getting back home.
Goes before a judge. NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson spoke with the victim's family today and joins us live from Dorchester with the latest on this story. Malcolm.
I love being out of prison, bro. I've been out of prison 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Bro, it's about to be going on 7 years I've been out of prison, bro. Hey, look. I don't want to go back for real, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. I don't want to go back. Look, I really don't, bro. Ain't even about the people in there, bro. It's just inhumane, bro. Nigga, you can't. We might not be free out here, but nigga, you definitely ain't free in there, nigga. So it's like.
Story, Malcolm.
Your EBT or SNAP card is now covering your daily expenses. All EBT or SNAP.
We did hear today from the victim's family, Colton. We also heard from prosecutors about the details of what happened on Labor Day in this shooting. They said that the suspect walked into the barbershop where the shooting occurred and asked how long it would take him to get a haircut. He was told 20 to 30 minutes, and that's when he came back. And he allegedly fired one fatal shot into the victim as the 20-year-old sat inside of the barber's chair.
He was gifted in every way. He was special in every single way. And I'm his uncle and I loved him. That's his mother.
All people wanted from him, they loved him.
It is a tough time for the family of Elijah Clooney.
He was a rapper.
So many
he was a brother. He was my nephew.
The 20-year-old's uncle and his mother, Mary Odessa, remain in pain after their loved one was shot and killed inside Dorchester's exclusive barbershop on September 2nd. Clooney's mother anxiously waited along with family for the arraignment hearing to begin for Diamond Jose Brito, the man accused of killing her son.
The shooter exits that car, walks right into the barbershop, and fatally shoots Mr. Clooney.
Brito remained behind a door during the hearing.
Mr. Brito, can you hear me? Yes. All right. Good morning.
That little coward that took his life is because he was a coward. He's alive, right? And that his mother doesn't have to feel my pain. I'm glad.
No family should have to feel this pain.
This is the start of a long journey towards justice for her and her family and for Elijah.
Suffolk County District Attorney Kevin Hayden empathizing with Elijah's family.
There may never be enough words to describe how horrible this is, how much it's devastated community.
One of them, the chosen one.
We also learned today in court, Colton, that it was just last night in Mattapan when investigators were able to make contact and confront a woman that knew the suspect in an apartment complex parking lot. And then that woman had the suspect allegedly buzz her into the apartment. And when she went up, standing right next to her were the officers who went on to place that suspect under arrest. We're live tonight reporting in Dorchester. I'm Malcolm Johnson, NBC 10 Boston.
Wow.
Now, apparently all this is because of Boston politics. If you guys want to check more Boston politics, you should head over to BSN_New England. He allegedly break it down on how it was really guilty by association. E3 was hanging with some younger members who had beef with D9 neighborhood. And some people, this all they know is prison. He took that as the first opportunity to kill a man he probably didn't even know. Think about it. If he did, when he first came into that barbershop, E3 probably would have left or been prepared. As far as D9, he risked spending the rest of his life in prison. And if what they saying is true, some would say rightfully so. Fam, this was the story of a Boston rapper who was gunned down at a local barbershop, broad daylight, on camera, by a man he allegedly didn't even know. 12 years older than him. The suspect was only home for only 7 months prior to this crazy crime, after serving 8 years in the feds. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hey, bro, I don't even know what dude thought he was getting. What he thought he was gonna get off of that hill, bro. Bro probably didn't, like he said, he probably didn't even know what the fuck, who fuck dude was, bro. Like, come on now. Like, think about that, bro. He probably didn't even know who dude was. Knew he hung with some people that, like he said, had beef with his neighborhood. Shit. Kind of fucked up ass situation. But dude, stupid as shit. How you gonna kill somebody you don't even know? So you in prison for the rest of your life for killing a stranger, even though he associated with a gang you know what I'm saying, you familiar with. What the fuck? That's wild to me, bro. That's wild to me, bro. Hey, this should be a message to all you young niggas out there that's out here just seeing any, you know what I'm saying, rival gang member, nigga. You don't even know the nigga and you trying to smoke him. Fuck you smoking him? What you trying to smoke? You don't even know if he a part of the gang. You just see him hanging with some niggas. You know what I'm saying? You hang with some niggas that's not a part of your gang. They just from your side of town. You know what I'm saying? So come on now. Fuck. Get it together, man. Y'all niggas tripping. You feel me? But man, I like the video, man. You feel me? Subscribe. Like this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that just keep coming back watching my videos, bro, subscribe, bro. Fuck you just keep coming back and watching it for?